Hello, YouTube. Hey, I thought I'd do a update of what's going on in my life because it's been a while since I actually posted anything that wasn't just a video I made. Let me see. My littlest girl, my baby girl. Let me grab a picture of her. This girl, this sweetie. This is my sweetie. Um, she's been I posted a video previously that she had moved to Florida, kind of on mom's nudging. She had the opportunity to rent a room from a cousin, and my daughter needed the experience and needed some independence. Um, so, yeah, mom kind of offered her up, said she's easy to live with, compliant, good girl, likes to do the right thing, be an easy roommate, I said. Um, Plus, at one point in time when I was taking care of my grandmother and staying with my parents to help them do that, this cousin and my daughter had lived in the same house for a while and knew they got along. So I'm like, take her. Um, so she's been gone there 6 weeks. Um, she hasn't found a job yet. She applied to a few, and one she really wanted um, prior to going down there. And then they took the ad off Indeed. That's where she found it. They took the ad down. She's like, oh, I really wanted that. And she's bummed out about that. She's applied literally for like 25 jobs, but either most of them don't call her back or anything, or she's had a couple that said we chose someone else. She doesn't have a lot of work experience. She's got some. So she's getting discouraged. Then a few weeks ago, the one that she applied for, which the position she applied for was a kennel position, a kennel animal caretaker position, because here she had 16 months volunteered at the animal shelter 3 days a week here for 16 months, and she's just passionate about animals, a brainiac about animals. She's got that research type quality that I do, and that a lot of my family does, actually. Well, all of my family. Um, she loves to research anything about animals. She could just really educate a lot of people about it. But she's a shy girl, so that kind of veneer I was like, you gotta figure out a way to uh, let people see who you are, basically. So she's working on that. But anyway, a few weeks ago, they sent her a message asking her, they said, we have your resume. They posted the job back on Indeed, and we'd like you to fill out an application. So she filled that out and sent that in, and then she heard nothing, and she heard nothing, and she heard nothing, and getting really discouraged. Well, this week they emailed her and said, we're impressed by your experience, and we would like you to um, do a phone interview. So if anyone that wants to pray for my daughter, she's very shy, not easy on the phone for her. We're going to actually do some practice interviews this weekend. You just pray that she's able to basically be able to get over some of her intimidation of talking on the phone, and that she would be able to have a good interview, and that it will go favorable to her as the Lord wills, of course. So anyway, yeah, so that's good. And I want her to have this experience, okay, because Amber, she just really needs it. She's very unique kid, and she just really needs the experience. And so mom, because she wasn't getting anywhere with jobs, I've applied for a second job because see, Amber has the opportunity to at least stay until like next spring, summer, until her cousin may move on to a home that doesn't have a room to rent. Um, so I would like to see her be able to get a job and be able to stay there, but she may have to come back if, she doesn't get enough of an income. But in the meantime, since she wasn't getting any calls, um, I applied for a per diem job. I already work 40 hours. I work 10-hour days, and I I wanted to have that opportunity, and I don't see anything wrong with like working to float her for the next year. I don't see any different. I don't see it any different than helping your child with their first year of college. You know, I'm helping her with her first year of life experience, basically. So I'm waiting to hear back on the job that I applied for, which I have plethora and excellent resume. I have an excellent resume. So I'm hopeful for this position. The only issue there might be for getting this particular job that I've applied for per diem is I don't have recent experience in the field. I have experience, but not recent experience in the exact nature of um, the healthcare that they want. That's more in the past, working in hospitals and stuff. Now I do medical assistant, and I do that in doctor's offices. So that would be the only downside. But I've just worked many different places. I've worked dental assisting, fresh out of high school. I've done dental assisting. I At the hospital, I worked as an aide in emergency room, med surg, ICU, OB newborn nursery. And during that time, I also worked per diem. This was years ago. Per diem at a nursing home, and I also did some home health. And then after that, I was OB newborn nursery for 7.5 years, and then I moved and I ended up doing some floats, still our per diem OB newborn nursery, and then I did siren go by. Then I did oh, that's loud. Then I did okay, per diem newborn nursery and OB, and then I worked as a pharmacy technician in a hospital, doing mixing IVs and stuff like that, compounding, things like that. And then I left there and went, and now I do medical assisting, and I've done 2 offices. One is across the road, and then that office closed. And then when that office closed, that was a few years ago, then I went to women's health, about a half an hour away. And then I went to another family practice, and now I'm here, and I'm hoping, and that's this way. My previous office, that way. This one I work in now is this way up the road, and it's probably less than a mile. Yeah, it's less than a mile. It's probably 3/4 of a mile. So I work there. So I have all this good experience, but I don't have recent experience. What this is working in a long-term care facility, and I don't have recent experience with that. Although I emailed them back and I said, I forgot to tell you in my interview that I have done personal care for my grandmother a few, more recently. I think it was in 2016 or 17. I can't remember now. So I'd like to get hired for that per diem because it's $18 to $20 an hour, probably 20 with my experience, to try to help my daughter. But she also has this interview, and so, excuse me, And so I'm hoping she gets the job, but I still will probably work per diem because I also want her to save her money so that if she's able to stay in Florida, that she can save up enough for rent and um, to work on getting her a car. And also, okay, Amber started late with working on getting a license for many reasons. But anyway, she has only her permit. She's 22. She got her permit recently, so she went down there with not much experience. So mom is paying for her to have 3 2 hours driving sessions in Florida to try to get her ready for Florida roads and to get her um, get her license down there. So we're working on that. So that's what we got going on there. Um, is she's and I, the house feels very quiet when I come home. Um, but she Skypes me an awful lot and messages me an awful lot, like um, every day, sometimes a few times a day. We, have movies on Amazon, and so we'll Skype and then hit play at the same time on the same movie and kind of watch the movie together while we're on Skype. And so we do spend a lot of time together, even though we're 1,500 miles apart. Um, so yeah, I'm empty nester, and oh, it's all chipping off now. I have yellow fingernail polish because um, Skyping with grandson recently, and he insisted that I put yellow on. I think it looks like highlighter, but highlighter on my fingers. I need to clean it off this weekend. What else is going on? Um, I don't know. I don't know what else is going on. Let me think. Oh, well, I was sick a few times this year, and I had some vacations, and I'm all out of vacation time for the year. So I told them today at work, I said, "You're stuck with me until December. Even if I'm sick, I'm gonna have to come in." But I have vacation. I'll have to take the first day of my vacation in December, December 28th, without pay because I don't have any um, vacation time left. But I'll start reaccruing it for the following year. Well, not start. I'll reaccrue it. They give us all at the beginning of the year, and then I'm going to take off a couple weeks in January and go see my kid down in Florida. I am so excited about that. I miss her. And my other daughter's still here in Maine. She just had her 26th birthday. I can't believe I have a 26-year-old and a 7-year-old grandchild. And they're doing good. They're doing good. Um, my older daughter kind of checks to see how mom's doing. I'm thankful for that. But yeah, that's going on. What's going on in my life? Just a short, brief 13-minute letting you know what's going on. But I'll talk to you guys soon. Y'all have a good one. All right, bye.